Hello, have a tea with me. I have got my tea here. I'm just getting my cup of tea just to prove that I'm actually having a cup of tea. Hello. See the little tea bag here? The flavor today is maca. Maca tea. Maca is I think it's like a root vegetable, I guess. So I'm enjoying a maca tea today. I'm just going to put that somewhere safe so I don't damage it. Welcome to Have a Tea with me. I'm Chris. This is lesson Jigsaw. If you'd like to have a chat, there is a link in the chat box. So click on that, and you can come and have a chat with me. In the meantime, if no one is here having a chat, I'm just going to chat with myself like normal. But if you do wish to come on in and have a chat, please do click on the link, and yes, you can have a chat. It's a beautiful day today, I have to say. Beautiful day. So I've got this nice, colorful little backdrop here. I think it's quite a nice design. No, I didn't do it, but it's a very nice design, I think. So let me see. Where are we? So yes, if you would, let me go. Yeah. So every day we're going to have a chat on here, at least Monday to Friday. I think. The weekend we're still working out because of the noise and that sort of thing, and it's difficult to find the location. But like I say, if you do wish to join Monday to Friday, it's at 12 o'clock Universal Time. That's 12 o'clock UTC, and you can come on and have a chat here. Where I am now, there's a big smell of garlic in the air because I just made a soup, and I think I put in too much garlic. So there's a distinct smell of garlic everywhere that I can smell. But it's all right. Garlic, it's not the best thing, not the worst thing, but yes. So as I say, if you'd like to join the stream, click on the link, and you can come and have a chat. Leave a comment if you'd like to as well. While we are waiting, I'm talking to myself. I'm going to have a look at some ideas, things you can do if you're wanting to practice English. There's a few different things that you can do, and I would say when you're thinking of what to do and the way to practice is to think for yourself. Why are you learning English? What's the purpose? What's the point? Is it for work? Is it to get a job? Is it for university or studies? Is it just for fun? Whatever it may be. So have a look at why you're actually learning English, and that can help you determine what you actually do, and why you're going to do different things, different activities. Because I think obviously the best thing that you can do is to stay motivated, and if you stay motivated, the easiest way is to do things that you're you're interested in, and there's a link to the purpose of why you're learning. So as I say, maybe it's for work, maybe it's for uni, maybe it's just to keep yourself thinking. Maybe you want to have just enhance what you know and increase your abilities for thinking. Maybe you want to travel to different countries. Maybe it's an English speaking country, if you like, or not, but you know it's a country where if you know some English, you're able to talk with the people, you're able to go to the shops and buy things and whatever, and it's more comfortable. So that's, I guess, some different things to think about. And I guess the other thing to think about is how much time do you have? If you have a lot of time, or you don't have a lot of time, that I guess can also affect what you do, how you do things. If you're able to, for example, have like a 30-minute or a 1-hour block when you're studying, or if it's just you're traveling from one place to another. Maybe you only got 5-10 minutes and you have to do like little short activities or exercises, or things to do. So all different types of things to think about, but the main thing is to do things that you like. I guess that's stating the obvious in a way, but certainly if there is something that you like and you like, and it's helpful for you to learn in that way, and it's motivating for you, do those things. So, I mean, classic things like playing games in an English language classroom. It's really common to play different sort of games, but very much specific for learning a particular thing in the classroom. What you can also do is just play, let's say, normal games, and play them in English. So the language that you're speaking is English for those games. So we've just got mainly some board games here, but there's lots and lots of games that you could play, and of course lots of apps that you can use as well to practice. And lots of apps these days have a game element to them. So there's certainly some things to think about. One thing I try and do with some of my students is I get them to do different real activities. So, for example, if you're imagine you want to travel somewhere or go somewhere, what you can do is a lot of hotels, for example, have a free phone number, so you can look on the website, get some details about the hotel, maybe the prices for the rooms, the features of the rooms, where it's details about where it's located, what attractions are close to the hotel, those sorts of things. Call up the hotel on the free phone number that they may have, and then ask them. You already know the answers, but you can practice asking the questions and receiving the answers. So that's practicing your listening. But you can also then check if the question that you're asking and the way that you're asking, if you're receiving the response that you're expecting, or indeed they may give you different information, and you could inquire about that. And then with that, you can do different things. So like checking on maps. Different languages have different names for places, those sorts of things. You can look in online or in different guidebooks to give you suggestions about places to go and things to do when you're in different places. Lots of those possibilities in English. You could also be writing emails to airlines, different attractions, asking them about details. And it's just practical ways of actually using the language. And I think that could be a nice way to practice. It's a real thing. Other things, of course, if you're short on time, there are lots and lots of podcasts and things that you can listen to at your own pace, TV shows, and that sort of thing that you can listen to now and watch. What I would suggest with these is, I'll have my cup of tea. What I would suggest with these is that as much as possible, see if it's something that you can interact with. So say, for example, if it's a TV show or a podcast, perhaps there's a forum or a comment section, and you can leave comments or ask questions or just give an opinion or whatever it may be about the topic of that particular podcast. Not even necessarily like a learning English type of podcast, just an area of interest that you like. And then you can see if you can have a conversation in that way. That can be very useful as well. So the point is, as much as possible, to produce the language. You want to write and you want to speak as much as possible. It's great to do things like reading, watching movies and TVs and all that sort of stuff. But at the end, to learn, you need to be able to produce. Certainly, the other skills, the reception skills, are very important, of course. But you need to be able to produce. You have greater control then of your interactions if you're producing. Other simple things you can do is, like we were saying, reading magazines, reading books. Maybe you prefer a physical book. Maybe you prefer like an electronic version of a book or a newsletter, whatever it may be. You can look in the dictionary and open it up onto a random page and say, okay, there's an interesting word. I'm going to practice that word today. And what you can do is then try and write, perhaps if you only have a limited amount of time, maybe just like a few sentences using that word in a context. And if you have some more time, try and write maybe a couple of paragraphs using that word or those words or that phrase in a context that's real and that you can really use it. As much as possible, I see some things sometimes where, I don't know, maybe you have a list of 5 or 10 or whatever words or expressions that you want to use, and people cram them into, for 10 words or phrases, they cram them into 10 sentences. And I mean, that's possible, but that's probably not how generally most people would use them. They tend to be, I would say, used more sparingly. So, you would use them sometimes, maybe every 4th or 5th sentence, let's say. So it's not a matter of just ticking the boxes. It's a matter of saying what you would actually say and then putting these into places that are appropriate, but not having using it just for the sake of using it, if you know what I mean. Other suggestions are trying to do things in a real way. So maybe you can, you're interested in this case, cooking, so or food. So what you can do is you can go to a restaurant where you can get a menu in English. You can speak to the staff there in English. So you can practice ordering, checking the menu items, checking the ingredients, what's in different dishes. And then you can work that way. You can also, maybe you're at home and you want to cook something. So you go to the supermarket and you look for the items. You prepare your list. You look at the recipe. You got a list of the ingredients. With those ingredients, you have them listed in English. You look in the supermarket, trying to find those ingredients in English. Sometimes in some places, you can find things with 2 or more different languages. So you can check on the labels to see if there's an English version. Maybe they have some suggestions on other ways to use the product. Those sorts of things. buy the products, take them home, and then follow the recipe and the steps. Maybe you got some music in the background that can be English as well, and that gives a more of an immersive feeling. And if you can do that with a partner or a friend or some family or whoever it may be, practicing English, speaking, talking about what you're doing. So not just reading the recipe, talking and explaining to the other person, or maybe if it's just yourself, explain to yourself what you're doing, but trying to speak out loud about what you're doing. You could also, if you've got like a camera or your phone, you can videotape different parts and you can give like a commentary about what you're doing at different stages, and then listening back to that a little bit later, just to hear yourself. That's always a little bit strange, but to hear yourself and hear the sentences that you're making, and seeing if you understand them yourself, or if you would change them in any way. Just different sort of practical things like that. And similarly, maybe it could be cooking, maybe it could be things like photography or art. Maybe you have different sorts of interests. You can go to a class, and in some places, you might be able to go to a class in English, or it could be like a meetup type group where you meet people who speak English, who have a similar hobby to you or a similar interest, and you can practice with those people doing the activity. So maybe it's art and you're practicing painting or whatever, or practicing taking photos, but you're talking with them in English about how to set up the photo, talking about the light or the colors or whatever it may be. But the point is you're doing it practically and English, so you're getting the chance to practice. So it's another opportunity to practice. And even so far as simply on your phone, looking at the settings on your phone and seeing if you can change that to English. So that could be quite useful as well to practice that, or to have those settings in English. So every day you can practice in English, or see some English, and you get very familiar with the words and those controls. And then, well, a lot of those words you see on the phone, you can see them. In other places as well, just in terms of normal language, because a lot of the words you see on the phone, and to control your phone, you will see and use in other places. And finally, if you have an opportunity or time, use places like this. There are lots and lots of groups on Facebook and different social media where you can practice. If you can practice speaking, and if you can practice writing, and with those to a fuller amount. So not just writing one word, and hopefully not just writing one sentence, but if there's an opportunity for you to say more and to write more, those opportunities you should try and use. Maybe you only have 1 minute to write something. Okay, so use that minute. But it's better to use that minute than to not. And then if you use that minute every day, then suddenly after a month, you've had 30 minutes of extra practice. And that's more beneficial to you. And then even better if you can get feedback about those things. So you obviously need to check around different places and see where you can and cannot get feedback, and who's giving feedback, and that sort of thing. But certainly I do invite you onto a place like here, Lesson Jigsaw, if you want to have a chat have a tea with me. You're more than welcome to do that. Get a cup of tea, click on the link and join the stream. We can practice English together. I'm speaking too much, so hopefully when you come on, you'd be speaking more than me, I hope. I'll be doing more of a listening role and giving help where I can. And if you're just wanting to have a chat in another time, we can do another live stream class perhaps. You can always send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com, and certainly send us your I guess contact details, so we can we will, if I guess it's an email, send us your contact details, and we can arrange a time that is suitable for both of us, and then we can go and chat. Now, I guess this is the part where it's, I don't know, I've been talking for what, 21 minutes now, so it's always a case of waiting to see if people come on or not, and if people want to participate. But it's I don't know. What I might do is, since it's only me talking to myself, basically at the moment, have a little break for a little bit, and I will come back. I'm going to replenish my tea, get some more tea, and I'll come back in a few minutes to see who's around. Stay in there. Okay, so I've oops, let me get rid of that. I've replenished my tea. I have some more tea now, fresh and warm. Very nice. I like a warm tea. I tend to put boiling water in most of the time, but it quite often is too hot for me, so I need to wait for it to cool down. Like I say, if you would like to join the stream, come on through. We are here now. If you want to have a chat, click on the link in the description and in the chat. We can have a chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to chat with myself, which is well, it's fun, but it's not as much fun as chatting with someone else. So I'm just going to be, talking, but it's always a weird thing when you chat to yourself. I think. Well, I guess we do it ourselves normally, but we normally just talk inside. We talk inside ourselves, so it's a different thing. So I don't know. It's a funny thing for me. Change to myself. Yeah, it's very small. Let's see if we can make that bigger. There we go. So I'm just chatting to myself. But if you'd like to, I don't want to say at the moment, but if you would like to join, click on the link, and you're more than welcome to join the chat. Yeah. I think tomorrow we're going to have some different topics. So I gave you some ideas just before about different ways to practice. I really do think the most important thing I've seen from some of the groups on Facebook and different things, that a lot of them tend to just have say which sentence is correct, A or B, and that sort of thing, or writing one word in a sentence, and that can be useful for some things, but I guess the problem with that is that it's like a lot of things, unfortunately, with English. It's just like a grammar test or a vocabulary test, and it's not as practical, perhaps, as it should be. And that's why I'm hoping people will join in here, because I think it's more important than necessarily getting the grammar exactly right or getting the pronunciation exactly right, is that you're able to communicate whatever the message is that you have. So maybe, I don't know, you want to ask about something or give some information. It's much more important that whatever information you have that you need to transfer to the other person or people, you're doing it in a way that that other person can understand. It's a conversation. It's always let's say a two-way street. So it's and this is if this is the same, a lot of my students feel uncomfortable speaking English outside of the classroom, because either the people they speak to are from a lot of countries where English is the first language. So it could be like, say, in North America or in the UK, and those sorts of places, Australia, New Zealand, and the people speak too fast that they're speaking to, so they don't adapt the way that they're speaking for the audience, or some of the people in the audience, and then when other people are speaking, sometimes they don't make as much of an effort when they should be listening, or when they are listening, let's say, but they're I guess they don't want to have to concentrate so much, and so that's I guess that's a difficult thing, and it's the responsibility of both people to do that and to participate actively in the giving the message and receiving the message. So, but hopefully here, what people can do, and on the Facebook community as well. Hopefully, what people can start doing is hopefully writing more and speaking more, and there's more conversation. I don't want there just to be grammar practice and doing a multiple choice sort of thing. That has its place, and that is in the real world, but the real world is also you just having a blank piece of paper with nothing written. You need to write your message, you need to write your email or write your letter, or complete the form, or whatever the case may be. I think this is my favorite tea now. It's maca tea. Like I was saying, maca is like, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's like a root. So I guess that's a root vegetable of sorts. So this tea is maca with ginger. And apparently, in theory, you're only supposed to have it in the mornings or early afternoon, because otherwise it would keep you up, it says. But in my experience, not. Well, I don't think, if I do stay up, I don't think it's because of the tea. But you never know. For some people, it can have that possibility, I guess. So, yes, that's my tea for now. So if you've been watching this live, or if you're watching this on a replay, thank you very much for joining. I'm hoping soon we can get more people actually on to have a chat. This is not meant to be me just having a monologue and just speaking to myself, basically. But hopefully, send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. Send us a message, join the Facebook group, subscribe here, and hopefully we can have you on, practice some English, and see what happens. For the moment, I think I'm gonna sign off. Thank you for watching, and if you are studying English and practicing English, good luck with that, and I hope you keep going, and see you next time. All right, bye.